Welcome back, it's Sarg. Today, we are going to continue down this way. I just now finally finished the second floor, so now it's about time to finally get on to the third. This one will be going down into the deep slate layers, most likely. From it looks from it, oh, there's an iron golem down there. Ooh, a few iron golems actually. That might be an issue. Nah, I'd be fine. I'd be fine. As long as I don't spawn in this room, it's good. Well, I guess I'll be moving down that way now. But I still haven't figured out the block pattern yet. That will be still up to decide. But with this one over here, I did mostly wood, which I didn't think was really nice. And that looked pretty cool. But I think it might be best time to move on to a different palette. More earthy, I guess, instead of just wood. Which, despite just using wood, I think it turned out really well. But I guess I gotta decide what I gotta do with that. Maybe dark. The contrast is a dark pathway to a light area. Well, guess we'll just find out. So around this point, I was going to say that a lot. Anyways, I went to my barring farm and I grabbed myself some fire resistance because one of the blocks I wanted to use was, I'll give it away, basalt. I don't really use basalt often, so I was kind of looking forward to this. So I went to the basalt delta, my nether, and mined out a lot of basalt. It used a lot more than I previously thought, and I thought I'd have to go back to the nether to get more. Luckily, I had enough. I think I might have gone back to just get a little bit more at one point, but overall, it looks really good. Once you especially when you see what it looks like, I think you'll really like it. It's got a lot of nether theme. It's got some nether themed blocks. There are some blocks that aren't nether themed, but overall, I think you're really going to enjoy it. As you can see, I had a lot of trouble with all the magma cubes and all that, and yeah, I got a lot of basalt. I might make a basalt generator later. I think that'd be something that's really nice, something I should really build. It would save a lot of time. Because basalt's not one of I'd say the easiest item to get. It's easier to get at the top of the nether, but as you can see, it's kind of a pain to get a lot of it. I'm pretty sure for any of you guys that actually try and get basalt manually, it's not so fun. Look at this dude. He can't even hit me. I think he might have a bad aim. Somehow he's shooting them above his head. I don't understand how that works, but you know, it is who it is, whatever. I'm sorry about this dude, but I have to. Yeah. So this is what it looks like so far. As you can see, where the basalt's used is basically I returned to smooth this basalt and just used it for some decoration around the area. Also, as you can see, I'm using tuff. It's polished tuff, chiseled tuff, the polished tuff stairs, blackstone stairs, and deep slate stairs. Basically, that's what the design is so far. Also, red nether brick around the cylinders right there. I really think that looks really cool too. But this is basically what I got to be doing at this point. I really think the design came really well together. I'll especially show you an overall view of it when it's finished. And also the next room's aesthetic. That will also be finished in this video as well. You'll see the next room. I can't guarantee that all the villagers being done in this video, but I can guarantee you at least see the full finished room as a whole. Before, of course, villagers are in. Redstone, I'll probably have to strip mine for some of that, or just train my clerics to get some more of that. But I'll show you guys a general view of this once it's done. that was my last basalt. That's what I meant when I said I didn't think I went back to the nether, but yeah, I did. I did ran out of basalt and I needed more, so I went up upstairs and went and got some more basalt. Every time I add a new villager room, the first thing I do is dig out a hole. And I'll dig it out to sort of the length, and then I'll put the sea lanterns down as a basis for the floor. Because if you notice on every single floor, I use sea lanterns. Of course, I had to figure out the areas where I put it and remembering how many blocks out it was. And of course, I fell into a cave system, as you can see. So with that around, it definitely made it easier, at the same time more challenging. It really depended, honestly. But yeah, so I put all those blocks down, and I started the next one, which you'll see later on the block palette. I already showed you the staircase. This is what I said earlier. I don't know if I said in this video or maybe the last one, where I said I was going a little bit magical theme and going from dark to light. It'll look really cool. It is now complete. All of it. Well, let's stay up the staircase. I gotta go to the next room now. But first, let me just grab my sugar boxes. I'm gonna need to do that. And probably bring them down there. Yeah. So just have to bring them down there. Then we'll finally start the next room. That will be quite the endeavor. I'm gonna need these potions. I need for the curing. And beds. We need more wool too. Let's go down here. And then you guys will be in for a treat for when I start the next room. As you can see, I kind of already did a lot of, I guess a decent amount of mining off camera. But there's going to be a lot more to go. So once this room is, I'll give you the next block now. So I'm also going to be using crying obsidian as well. So basalt I use for this room right here. Next one I said was going to be magical. Basalt for the staircase, what I meant. But for this room, I'm going to use crying obsidian will be one block that's used for it. But of course I normally start with the roof first before I do the rest of it because it's easier to build the part up top first. Also, if you want what I'm doing, I'm putting up the lanterns for the ceiling. The ceiling lanterns are one thing I definitely need to get up on the ceiling. That'll be the basis of the ceiling as well. It's easier to build that too before building everything else because up top always seems to be easier, especially when I need to mine out a big area instead of using scaffolding the entire time. So that's what I'm doing. But I guess I'll see you back when I finally have a much bigger portion of it mined out. So now from this point on, I wanted to give a general view of how it looked with the blocks I was choosing. So I decided to do a small portion of it just to see how it would look. I want to make sure that it looked nice and flush to see if I could go with the design or not and see how well it works. I think the roof design at this point I already planned. But for this specifically, I wanted just to see how a general view of it would look. Make sure that the blocks would work well. And I decide afterwards whether I want to use that as a palette once I did the first little layer. And I'll be honest with you, after I did the first layer, I was generally happy with it. I was like, yes, I got to do this because it looks so good. Of course, I went back and forth a lot trying to figure out how much block distance it was between each layer. Make sure I have the range correct. I did quite often, double checking and all that. I'm always very meticulous and make sure that everything's correct. But when as soon as I got done, though, I'm like, this is it. It will do really good. I'll have crying obsidian as it has light emitting from it, and also that little effect it gives off. So after that, then I'm like, yep, I'm sticking with this, and that's exactly what I'm doing even right now. As you can see, this is gonna be the design for the walls, and the ceiling's already planned. The ceiling's already done. I think this block palette's pretty good actually. As of course, amethyst isn't the cheapest block, as you know. I already have a lot of crying obsidian and amethyst. But if you've watched my previous video, then you know that the castle is being built with smooth quartz and amethyst as well. So I was like, probably thinking, where am I getting all this amethyst? Well, I do have a geode that's probably around block 6, that negative 6,000. Which is why sometimes I'm at alt there a lot of times, but I've not been doing that recently. Because I actually found something else recently that actually was pretty cool. I did not know this. I don't think I've showed it yet either. But right as this is in this doorway, some of you might have noticed while walking down, there might have been a door at this side. Now this has already been here for a little bit, and over down on the door, there is indeed an amethyst geode right here. So there's a lot of my areas where I've been getting my amethyst. So definitely in this area. This is a stage. What stage is that? Okay, last stage. This is where I get a lot of my amethyst. I would destroy it in this chest. Using silk touch, I use only this one to mine it because I have haste on. I don't want to accidentally break the actual block that grows it. That would really suck. So I normally mine it with that pickaxe right there. Makes it much more convenient. Now make sure I don't actually break anything I shouldn't be. So it would really suck. But after I grab them all like this, then I'll fortune them afterwards. But yeah, that's basically how I do it. That's where I'm going to get most of it. And I think there's another geode pretty close to this one actually. If I remember correctly, I think I saw another one very close to it. And if that's the case, in a double geode, in the range of where I'm working, that would be very handy. Make sure I'm not grabbing anything else. Okay, 16 clusters, 17, 18. There's some buds. 19 and 20. They should all be the same size? Yes. And that's all that's grown so far. So let's fortune out and see how much I get. So far, not bad. 40. And 4 more. So block quantity is now 39. So basically that's where I get a lot of my amethyst though. But I'm going to see if there's another one pretty close and try to find it on my creative world of this version. I do have a copyable just in case for finding certain structures. Using a camera cam is something that's really easy to do in Bedrock Edition, or if you want to use one, you can do an add-on, but your achievements will also be disabled too, so just make sure to just keep that in mind. For me, I use a copyable of this world to find most of those things as a free cam. It does make things harder though, it takes more time, but overall it works. So I'll check out if I got one right there or not. Okay, so the amount of geodes is absurd. I was checking on my spectator, on my creative version of this world. In spectator mode, it's just absurd. Just in the vicinity of where my castle build is going to be, there it was over 8, I think, geodes. Not counting the one right there and the one across, I think. So I did see one. I'm gonna see where it is. I don't think I'm in. It's technically not in the vicinity of my area. Why did I just do that? Okay. Anyways, from what I saw, it's in this cave system. Why we hear skeletons? It's night, right? Yeah, it is. Okay. Make it sleep off the night. Don't want phantoms in my face. Also, monsters trying to eat me while I'm looking for this. Better through the day too, because it's in a cave system, which they're dark. I mean, what cave isn't? Let's well it up over here. Just general vicinity right here. There is actually a geode down in this area. I just happened to see it while I was in spectator mode. It looks like it was a very vast cave, but if I go down this way, like right here, turn around, right down here, there's a geode. Which it looks like they've grown pretty good. Crystals and stuff. It's definitely dark, but it's fine. I mean, it's just one I can fly into anytime I've asked you just in the vicinity. Growing stuff, then I ain't worried about it. It's not my big range, so it's not instant mine. But that's fine, because it makes it a better chance for this stuff to survive. Looks at the location, it should be possible for monsters to get inside here. Like the zombies coming at me right now. They shouldn't be able to get inside. It's far out range. Since I have it lit up now, no chance of monsters spawning in here. Which is definitely a nice thing. I'm also really glad that when I came in here, there's no monsters in here to begin with. I was thinking there might be a creeper in here. I'm like, if it was, it would really suck. Blow up and then all this, bye-bye. Yeah, no thanks. I'm good with that. But that's nice, having one right there. Pretty cool. Now to the other ones, I'm gonna go search those out and I'll come back to you guys once I find them. Well, some. Because to find all of them, that seems like a little bit of overkill. That'll become later in time while building. Because if I expand floors down with villagers, then eventually I'll run into them. But until then. Alright, so apparently I had a lot more amethyst than I thought. I honestly forgot that I had a lot more. I knew I had a few stacks, but I forgot about how much I had exactly. So I recently got a shulker box that I put, I think, back in my inner chest, actually, did I? Where I need a place to put that. One right here, I guess, for the time being. Yeah, right here. That will definitely be enough amethyst for this room. Should be. I can't believe I forgot I had that much. But yeah, I mean, I was collecting a lot for the castle build, and the one geode I do have back over 6,000 blocks away, or 3,000 more, I guess, considering my coordinates right now, does have a lot. It's a big geode. There's a lot. Also, I mined out all the amethyst, and normally all the buds can grow full lead. So that's what makes it really good. So I I did forget about that though. I don't know why. But yeah, I should definitely be good on this. So I guess I'll just continue building this way. I'll see you when I get back. So then I continued to build the walls. Now I didn't build them all in this little time lapse of mine. I just decided to build just a little bit of it. Because it'd be better to show you more of the actual building than just me doing it to a speed run. Like little clips here and there like I did with the staircase. Or even the ceiling bit a little bit. I didn't show all of that. Apologize for that if you guys wanted to see more of that. Yeah, I kind of made a little bit of mistakes while editing. But it's fine. It's fine. You'll get to see more of it anyways. And I just hope you enjoy what you see. Now I'll give a little bit more of a explanation of what's going on through my mind, if you want to know. Probably lots of nonsense, like it normally does. Mine's always scrambled. That's why I keep... a lot of times when I'm thinking of block palettes and stuff like that too, I'm just like thinking away and I always procrastinate, like, what should I do? But for any of you guys that have built Minecraft, you probably have understood the same, or gone through the same thing before. Or maybe you're one of those people that was like really organized, and as soon as you think of an idea, it just comes to you and you do it. A lot of times it's normally how it works for me, but sometimes I just have to play around a little bit just to see what works and what sticks. But I'll come back to you guys. I'll see you guys. And I'll build the rest of the walls up. Show you a little clips here and there. Well, basically, the walls are done now. That's what it looks like. Yeah, other than the wall for the front and back, obviously. That's what I have to do. And the floor. I'll be honest, I still don't know what to do about the floor. That'll take some experimenting. But I'll figure something out. Trust. Trust. I may be a crazy person, but trust. Okay, I'll get this all sorted out. Kill. And chop. The tree chopped. Chop. Chop them all the trees. Chop. And another one. Chop them till they're all gone. Chop. Kiss your trees fire. Now dark oak. Chop. Dark oak acquired.
absolutely beautiful. Gorgeous.
Right, now the room's aesthetic is fully complete. And look at this. Just look at it. Oh. Some of the colors and choices were kind of bold, but I think at the end, I think it looks really good. I didn't say this is be magical, more so. This isn't the end though either. I've been thinking possibly floating candles as well, just to make this look a little bit more magical, just in case, you know. At first I was thinking of going for chiseled bookshelves for the floor of these areas, but I decided to do this instead, which I think ended up looking really good. So the next thing now I need to do is dig out these rooms on the sides with all the redstone rails all together from the top to down here. So all the redstone bits and all that, and then after all the redstone bits are made, then the villagers. But I think that is for another episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. This has been Sarg, over and out.